So up next we have Michelle Kienitz? Kienitz.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have done that before. Michelle Kienitz. Michelle is in the first semester of the Collaborative Political Science and International Development Masters. Her background is in social development with a focus on developing nations and food insecurity. And her current research is focused on the social, political, and economic integration of slum dwellers in developing countries.
So I organized my thoughts a lot differently because I thought we were supposed to be talking about barriers and positive aspects of interdisciplinary and my own experiences. My undergrad was in something totally different than my master's. And my undergrad had no core courses named my undergrad. Like you take engineering classes, and I was in social development, and there was no such course. It was made up of many different types of classes. So I'm finding a lot of barriers changing to a totally different discipline. Language issues, there's what Nick nicely drew. I have that gap. I'm trying to address that gap, and I find that it's taking a lot of time. I do extra reading, and I'm playing catch up, and I'm in courses where I don't know the language at all, or even how to think like a historian. I have a history class, and I don't know how to think like a historian. So it's tiring to take that extra time to get to where I need to be to actually converse with people that are experts in that discipline, or even well-versed in interdisciplinary that I'm not. The positive aspects of that, honestly, I feel like I have to remind myself of my background knowledge and my epistemology and where I came from and how I look at knowledge in the world. And I see that as a strength, that when I'm in my class with my other poly-science students, I can view things from a totally different way because they don't have that formal structure that they were given in their undergrad. And when addressing projects, which I'm looking at slum dwellers and the social, economic, and political integration, that's three totally different disciplines. And I hope that someone gives me guidance in doing that. I have a good advisor who is well versed in those issues. Just because there's no way that I can be enough of an expert to address all those issues. I think that's a big drawback of interdisciplinary. We need it for sure because there's not just one aspect to any problem or any occurrence or any project. Everything is interdisciplinary in life. You can't just be a good cook, you have to be a good cook, a good cleaner, and everything. You be good at driving. And it's something so small like that, but when it comes to academics, you need to be interdisciplinary, even to a small degree. You need to be a good reader and a writer, and it's just, yeah, so nothing is occurring in a vacuum. And my thoughts are totally confused here.
It's all that interdisciplinary.
I know, seriously, it's all just thrown out here. I'm like, is this poli-sci or what's going on here? It's true, it's true. I think that even attempting to take a class outside of your discipline just broadens your scope. And the more classes that I took outside of my discipline, the more reading I did outside my discipline, the more I realized, wow, that really connects to what I'm learning in my philosophy class or in my economics class. And even if you don't ever apply it, it's just nice to know that it exists and that you can go back to it if you need to eventually.
Excellent. Thanks, Michelle.